Your dispute letters to the credit bureaus look anything like this, or like this, or like this, or like this, then it's a wonder why you're not getting any results. Today, I'm about to show you a very, very simple, repeatable, proven paint by number system that's going to allow you to remove negative items permanently from your credit report without sending out resultless dispute letters like this. Now, the very, very, very most important thing that you need to keep at the top of your mind, at the forefront of your mind, is that you actually have to give the credit bureaus an totally provable reason why the account needs to be removed. So if you are sending a dispute letter that just says unverified account, unverified account, unverified account, unverified account, blah, 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 then this is the number one reason why your negative items are not coming off, okay? If you are just writing a letter and sending it out that has a ton of laws and please verify this and pursuant to this and the U.S. state courts of appeals for the 5th and 7th circuit states this and blah, 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 then that is, again, the number one reason why you are not seeing anything other than updated, verified, and rejected, all right? So make sure that you watch this video until the end, and once you have, make sure to like this video, share it with someone who also might need it, and I'm also going to show you exactly where you can learn more about this because I have a brand new Ultimate Toolkit Do-It-Yourself Credit Sweep course, all right? And this literally covers everything that we are about to go over and more. And we're going to talk more about that in just a moment. But very first thing is we are going to, well, this is the Gerald formula training. I'm going to give you the formula, all right? And you can access this in the course. You can also access this in the course, which is what we're going to go over, round one follow-up dispute tactic. And you can also access this in the course, how to write a dispute reason. Now, I want to make a side note here. I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not telling you that you're doing anything wrong, but what I am saying is that over the last 4.5 years, I've gotten over 50,000 negative items removed from my clients. So what I do works because men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. And you can love me, you can hate me, but guess what? My numbers prove that I know exactly what I'm talking about, and I prove it all day. All right. If you want to remove your negative items, then this is definitely what you need to start doing right now. All right. So how to write a dispute reason. This is literally the easiest way that I can break this down. And again, if you want the full formula, all of the training, then use the link in the description to go access my course right now. Okay. We have this all broken down and we have an outcome. We have an item type. We have a dispute type. We have a justifier. We have an element and we have the facts. Now the Gerald formula is actually action, justifier, element, reason, outcome. Okay. So you're going to choose one, delete, correct, remove, and update. All right. Now, just so you know, this is actually editable. All right. You can actually go and, type on this, write your own reasons, add a row, change things up, and then save it so that you can access it later. All right. So you're going to choose what you want them to do. What is that outcome that you want? You want them to delete the account? Do you want them to correct the late payments? What is it? Is it an account? Is it an inquiry? Is it a public record? Is it personal information? The dispute type, is it inaccurate? Is it in violation? Is it missing info? And yes, I know it's missing an I. The justifier is always going to be the word because, okay? Now the element, what are you disputing? Is it the date last active, the date last paid, the date last reported, the notice of dispute, first day of delinquency, monthly payment, payment history, high balance, past due, open date, type, terms, balance? What is it? Now for the facts, this shows that on Experian, it's X date. On TransUnion, it's X balance. It reports as these facts. It lists these amounts, okay? This is where you're going to put the facts, okay? Your facts need to support your argument. Now, if we go back to this letter, this 609 letter, and just so you know, 609 has nothing to do with your ability to, force the bureaus to give you some sort of document with your signature on it, okay? 609 actually has to do with your ability as a consumer to get a copy of your credit report. And another note here, what makes your letter any different than the millions of other consumers who are sending these same dispute letters every single month? In case you didn't know, the bureaus actually have a system that matches your letters to other letters against yours and against millions of other disputes that come in every single day, right? They actually get like, I don't know, 1.5 million disputes per month per bureau. So it's literally getting matched just like a college system. And if they find out that this paragraph here or this entire letter or this literal copy of this letter matches any other letter in their system, then there's no investigation. So you are literally going into this fight having lost before you ever started to fight, okay? And you need to, this entire process is about giving yourself an opportunity. An opportunity. All you need is an opportunity, and you are taking it away from yourself. If you don't want to do that, then you should start disputing like this. Unless you already have a system that is proven to get results, then you may want to pay attention. Now, in case you were wondering, this is the video that I was just referencing where this client went from a 392 to a 609 in just 60 days. They gained 200 points on Experian, 200 points on TransUnion, and 200 points on Equifax in just a matter of 60 days. They signed up February 15th, and then we updated the file again April 8th. Does this work? Yes, it does. This link to this video is going to be down in the description. You can go check it out yourself, okay? Because I don't just throw up a bunch of, screenshots taken from Google like everybody else does. These are my actual results logged into either Identity IQ or Smart Credit. So let's go and write this dispute reason. So what you can do is you can say, delete this account for inaccuracy because the date last active shows this date on Experian, this date on Equifax, this date on TransUnion. You can say correct this late payment for violation because, and you can, this is obviously when I say late payment here. This bureau shows this date while this other bureau shows on time, while this bureau shows something totally different, such as on time, 30 days, 90 days, okay? Update this personal information for inaccuracy because it is listing an address I never lived at. Remove this bankruptcy because it's missing the docket number, so on and so forth, all right? That's all you have to do. An example of a full dispute reason is going to be delete this account for inaccuracy because the date last active reports as 1/1/2021 on Experian, 2/2/22 on Equifax, and 3/3/2019 on TransUnion, all right? This is so simple. I cannot break this down any easier than this. You can access this inside the course. This is very straightforward. All right. Action, type, justifier, element, reason, facts, dispute reason. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to say one of the following down here: delete, correct, update, remove, such as update, right? Update this inquiry, this address, this account, my personal information, this public record. We're going to say this account because this is always going to be because, remember, the late payment history, date last active, date last reported, high balance. We're just going to say late payment is inaccurate, is wrong, is missing, is incorrect, is incomplete. We're going to say is inaccurate and reports as. And then what are the facts that you are taking from your credit report? Now, if you saw the video the other day where I broke down my course, you're going to see that you are able to, for every single account that you have, step by step, take the information from your credit report and put it into this dispute reason to create the perfect dispute reason inside the perfect dispute letter every single time, okay? This is so easy that my 8-year-old could do it. This is so easy that my 5-year-old can understand it, okay? Reason. Different late payments on all 3 bureaus. Experian shows 1/1/2021, Equifax 2/2/2022, and TransUnion 3/3/2021. Now, this is your full dispute reason. Update this account because the late payment history is inaccurate. Report says different late payments on all 3 bureaus. And then there's the facts. Do you see what I'm saying? How easy this is? All you need to do is take the information from your credit report and plug it in to the dispute reason, okay? Now, let's go over and we're going to talk about this as a bonus, round 1 follow-up dispute tactic, okay? So, we have round 1, round 2, and round 3, all right? Round 1 is always going to be the blatant inaccuracies. Your charge-offs, you're going to want to look at it says date last active, but we've switched over to date last paid. For late for correction, you can just start with, I was not late on date. Late for deletion, I was not late on date. delete this account. For collections, this is unknown that are third party. For collections that are debt buyers, you're going to look at the late payments in the payment history and look for past due. Now, for round 2, okay, charge off, go to date last reported or the notice of dispute. Okay, again, we've changed this. Lates for correction, supporting documentation for investigation, and the next late payment. So what that means is choose that next late payment and say, I was not late on X date, and then ask for the supporting documentation that proves that they even investigated the account, because you already know that they didn't. We already talked about this. Lates for deletion, go to first dated delinquency, and for third-party collections, collector did not validate or respond, and proof of ownership. For debt buyer collectors, date last active. And you want to learn how to permanently remove your negative items and stop sending out letters like this that just get rejected before there's ever been any sort of opportunity. Then use the links or check out the rest of my 1,200 plus videos right here on YouTube so that you do not have to go through rejection after rejection after rejection. Oh, let's go look at this right here. I am a litigious consumer and fully intent on pursuing litigation in this matter to enforce my rights under the FCRA. They know that you are not going to do that. There's only a handful of people that even bother even considering suing the credit bureaus, all right? And just so you know, it's also illegal to state that you have an intention of suing unless you actually have that intention, okay? Do not send letters like this, and send a very, very simple dispute with a reason that looks like this. And I promise you, you are going to get better, faster, permanent results. I'll see you on the other side.